Thank you. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Your host, Jim Sharp, the House Whisperer. Hey, thanks for joining us this morning. We're doing an all-call Saturday. Meaning, nothing but your calls, unless you don't feel like calling in. But people are calling in. So, the number to reach me, 833-2-ASK-STEAM. 833, the number 2-ASK-STEAM. The phone lines are open. There's plenty of room for you. We're just going to talk about whatever you want to talk about regarding your home. It's December. People got questions. End of the year questions. That's why we give them some space. Give them some room to it today and probably tomorrow as well. All right. Let us return to the phone. Nancy, welcome home.
Well, good morning. Standing strong. I have a wooden window, the wooden window for house in 1947. And I want to take that wooden window out and install a single piece of glass that would be just towards the outside and do it and make that like a little alcove type of thing. And it's in my house to get those two sauces out.
nếu trai thả bộ nếu trai thả bộ no, I recommend.
1940s wood window?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to replace windows that are old because they're not up to spec in regards to anything these days. Both air infiltration and insulating qualities, all of that. Although 1940s wood window can be a beautiful thing. But so you're going to you've got a single window that you're going to replace with a new single window, and you want to know how that happens.
Yes, but what I want to do is okay. So what I want to do is insert a single stationary piece of glass in there, and then I can fill in something. Fill in, I guess, the new inside stuff so that it would be flat and make like a little
Okay, so you just want to replace this window with a fixed glass window, and then you can build in whatever you want. So, all right, so the way this works, Nancy, is you've got to get a window replacement individual out there to size up a new window for you. There are two ways to replace a window. One is to retrofit a new window into the old opening, utilizing the frame of the existing window. When windows are installed in the 1970s or 80s or 90s, when they're aluminum and they're still pounded into the wall, that's a definite option. But an older wood window, that's 1940s, like what you've got there, I wouldn't normally recommend that at all. I would recommend a full replacement. That means that whatever's on the outside, stucco, siding, it's going to have to be peeled back a little bit so that entire unit can be removed, including the flashing where it ties into the vapor barrier and the paper, the building paper around the rest of the house. Then a brand new, what we call new construction window, not a retrofit, but a new construction window would be inserted into that opening. You can have that whatever configuration, as long as this isn't a bedroom that we're talking about. Is this a bedroom? Okay. Because in bedrooms, you do not have you should never replace an openable window with a fixed glass window that can't open because you have egress requirements, the ability to get out of that room. Let's say there's a fire in the hallway, you have to be able to get out the window. But in other parts of the house that aren't bedrooms, you don't have the egress requirement. So you're totally well within your right to put in a large fixed glass single pane window, or a blue glaze, but just one large window. So you're going to need to open that up. That means that in addition to the cost of the window itself and its installation, you're going to have some siding and or stucco repair. Patching that can happen. And then, as far as the inside is concerned, that is something to work out with the window replacement company or the finished carpenter or the general contractor who installs the window for you, because that is simply that sash of the new window is going to mount to the outside of the wall, and then whatever the trim is on the inside, you can peel back drywall and or plaster, and you can run a wood jamb extension into the room, make it that little alcove there. You can treat that however you want, but you install the window first, and then you do whatever finished carpentry work and woodwork you want on the seat or the bay or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people think that's all part of the window. It's not. Once that finished carpentry jam is installed, quite often it all gets painted out so that it looks like it's all part of the window. It's part of the window effect in that area, but it's not the window itself. So the window stands alone, it's mounted to the outside plane of the wall, and then finished carpentry takes over and have whatever detail you want on the inside.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I can't wait to get this carpet started. Okay, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Nancy. I'm going to give you one more piece of advice, and this is the one thing that a lot of folks have not been informed about. If what's on the outside of the house, siding or stucco?
Stucco.
Okay. Here is the one thing that sometimes window replacement companies won't quote for you or talk to you about, and most people don't know. When you make a patch for a replacement window, don't ever believe anybody who says, oh, and we'll just feather that patch in and you'll never see that it's there. I have never in my entire career seen a window replaced in a stucco wall in which later on I cannot tell if there's patchwork around that window that the stucco was used. There's nothing wrong with the stucco that's patched as far as its structural, but I can always see the patch. So, here is the key. The key is, after the main stucco has been replaced around the window and it's all been sealed in and patched in, the finished coat of the stucco, which is only 1/8 of an inch thick, the part that you actually see on the house, require, demand that the finished coat of the stucco be stretched out all along the surface of the wall until we get to the next corner, outside corner, whatever that may be. That is the only way that you can replace that window and not have that patched look on the outside. Because there's no duplicating the hand of the stucco person who did it back in the 40s, and now an absolute master stucco installer. You're still going to see the patches. You're going to see it in the sunlight. You'll see it as you look down the side of the wall. So you don't have to re-stucco the entire wall. Just a finished coat, the very, very finished application on the surface. Take that from corner to corner, wall to wall. Just pay a couple $100 extra to have that done, so that no one ever can tell that this window was ever replaced. All right, Nancy, thank you. Good luck with that, and enjoy the new window. All right, y'all. More of your calls when we return. You're home. The Bean Sharp, the House Whisperer, Jane Yamamoto has the news.
The city of Hawthorne is suing the owners of the Hawthorne Malls for 50 safety and zoning violations. A Christmas tree shortage this holiday season in the New York City area. Some people are paying $350 or more for a 6-foot tree. Charter High School in Woodland Hills is getting a major makeover. A $145 million project will modernize the campus with sports facilities, classrooms, lighting, and security. The project is scheduled to be done in 2023. Then when we come back, we'll take you back over to the Otega Highway next in traffic.
I want to invite you to experience Christmas like never before at Albert's Home. They are, of course, the source of our now infamous, famous, wonderful studio Christmas tree that a lucky listener has won and has now sitting in her home. If it's not already a tradition, to start the holidays at Albert. Let this year be the beginning, because Albert is LA's favorite Christmas store for over 60 years. Thousands of ornaments, wreaths, lights, holiday decor of every kind, including their famous artificial tree line, with spruce, pine, fir, flock trees in sizes from 4 feet all the way up to 12 feet, legendary human trees, the most premium pre-lit trees on the planet, superior to anything you're going to find at the big boxes or online. The real showstoppers are the 45 stunningly fully decorated trees that you're going to encounter as you move throughout the store. And best of all, right now, everything is 30% off. Lights and collectibles not included. Aldic Home is on Sepulveda in Van Nuys. Celebrate the magic of Christmas. Visit aldichome.com. That's ALDIK home.com.
I'm injury attorney Miriam Climate. The priority of big insurance is to make money, not to pay your claim. Fighting for you is my #1 priority. Call me. 800-800-6916.
And now we are headed back to the Ortega Highway.
We have Caltrans work on Ortega Highway as you head between the Riverside and Orange County lines. There is a full closure there all weekend long between the fire station and Visto Road. In Huntington Beach, stop outside of the 405, Beach Boulevard to Magnolia, all lanes there, shut down by Caltrans as well. That should be wrapping up in the next little while. We continue heavy delays from the 4 Golden West northbound side of the 405, shut down Warner to Beach Boulevard until around 8 o'clock in the morning. And a jammed up dry there starting at Brookford. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
Now this report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Take the shortcut to your next great hire. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, Instant Match immediately delivers a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
There's confusion about how to protect yourself from COVID, but one thing is for sure. Whether or not you're vaccinated, you need an accurate thermometer. Contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever, the leading sign of COVID and the flu. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Be vigilant and don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They have no scientific studies behind them and can miss the fever that might mean COVID. Learn more at Exergen.com. We've lost so many people to COVID. So many moms and dads, favorite uncles, older sisters, and best friends. But vaccines can help prevent serious illness and death from COVID in more than 9 out of 10 cases. So, now almost all COVID deaths are preventable, and so are the broken hearts they leave behind. We can do this. Find COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello?
Hi, Tiffany. I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and I'm calling to give you a random act of helpfulness.
Really?
Yeah, we heard you could use our help decorating for the holiday.
Well, my daughter, she's been fighting cancer for the past 2 years because of her immune system. She hasn't really been able to see the Christmas lights. Bringing the festivities to her, I think it would just lift her spirits and make her feel special.
Well, Honda would like to help. We're going to get your house all decorated for your daughter.
Thank you so much. She's gonna love it. Oh my God.
Today, we help the family get in the holiday spirit. And we can help you too, with great deals on select certified pre-owned Hondas, like 0.99% APR financing and 24/7 roadside assistance. Visit SoCalHondaDealers.com to find a helpful Honda dealer near you. For well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Honda Financial Services, roadside assistance available for the duration of the certified pre-owned limited warranty. Tiffany is a real person and was paid to be on the radio.
All right, would you like to know the one thing that you can change about your home in the shortest amount of time to make the biggest difference in your life every single day? All right, here goes. Change your water and change your life. Give your home the gift of whole house water filtration this holiday season. A light source water system means no more funky little spigot in the kitchen or tanks under the sink or plastic store-bought water taking up half the fridge. No salt, no filter changes, no maintenance, all while you reduce hard water and scale and filter out fluorine and other chemicals before they ever enter your home. Every faucet, every tub, every shower, every appliance, LifeSource does it all to all of your water, so you can drink and cook and bathe the way nature intended. So yeah, make a big change with one single change. Give your home America's most recommended water system. Don't wait.
Call Light Source today at 800-334-5009, 800-334-5009, or visit lightsourcewater.com. Light Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Get in the holiday spirit at Lowe's Winterfest and save $30 on a Google Nest Smart Thermostat. Was $129.99, now $99.99. While supplies last. Valid through 12/26, U.S. only.
Hey, Mario Lopez here, and unfortunately, COVID cases and new variants are on the rise yet again. So, if you're experiencing symptoms, if you've recently traveled, or you're planning on traveling for the holidays, get a no-constipation COVID test at covidclinic.org. They have locations throughout the state where the rapid result testing is also available. Just visit covidclinic.org and find a location near you. It is super easy. It is fast. That's covidclinic.org. Hey, it's Darren Kavanoki, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFS, wishing you a happy holidays. We hope you never need us, but if you get into trouble, call 1-800-NO-CUFS, because no one looks good in handcuffs, even during the holidays. 1-800-NO-CUFS.
I know the weight of the world seems to rest on your shoulders, and sometimes life seems like it's filled only with confusion and chaos. But I assure you, I have a plan for you.
The Jesus Christ Show, tomorrow morning at 6 on KFI AM 640.
More stimulating at home.
KFI, Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Welcome home. Hey, we are enjoying an all-call Saturday morning here on this brisk December morning. Just taking your calls today. You get to determine what the show is about. So give me a call. Let's talk about your home. The number to reach me, 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833, the number 2, Ask Dean. All right, back to the phone. John, welcome home.
Well, thank you for taking my call. I have a question about tankless water heaters. Sometimes I hear you talking about it, but when the G5 kicks in, I can't get your full message because I live in the south of Fresno, California. So I appreciate you taking my call.
No trouble, sir.
I need continuous heat for heat therapy because I'm hitting 74 and my water heater is about 32,000 BTU. So what I can't find or nobody knows about is, do some units, or how can you control, if you don't turn on the hot water faucet, how do you, is there such a unit, or can some be put on where it doesn't just come on as a flamethrower, that you have control over the flame, or you turn the faucet on a little bit? Is there a flow meter that comes with a unit like that? Is that a fair question?
Are you talking? You're just wondering how a tankless hot water heater works? How it's going to work in your house?
Well, most of them just come on full blast.
Yeah, I was told that they do. No, that's not true. That's somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about when it comes to a tankless water heater. So yeah, you don't have any worries, in my opinion. Get yourself a good quality tankless water heater. Tankless water heaters are full of flow meters and sensors. They have an inflow sensor. They have an outflow sensor. They have what's called a reed sensor, which measures the intensity of the flow through the unit. And almost every tankless water heater that I've ever been a part of working with, including the one on my own home, has the burner coil fires on in stages. It doesn't just come on. I mean, it sounds the same either way. It always sounds like the whole thing is just firing on with the same amount of intensity. But it's not the case, because, you know, if you're just turning on one little faucet at a trickle, there's no reason for this thing to fire on as if it's trying to provide hot water to, you know, every faucet in the entire house all at once. So hot water heaters that are tankless have
lots of sensing equipment inside them, and then it runs it all through a microprocessor and makes a decision of how much BTU burner it's going to throw on. So the simple fact is that you shouldn't know. The only difference you're going to note between a tankless water heater in your house and the tanked water heater, the traditional style, is the fact that the hot water doesn't run out. It doesn't come in hotter. You can set with a tankless water heater, once it's installed, you can set the max water intensity or water temperature very simply. So some people like it hotter, some people like it lower. But you set that up, and it's just going to be hot water like it always has been, but it is an endless supply of hot water because it's blasting that water as it moves through the tank. I mean, as it moves through the unit, it doesn't have a reserve tank that you can deplete. But my friend, when it comes to the actual unit itself, don't worry, they're very smart. They're very smart units. Even though the people who are telling you about them don't sound like they're quite as smart. But yeah, the units are full of sensors.
Could I mention a factory name, or is that again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no. Go
Well,
ahead.
I talked to a Bosch representative, and he had no knowledge of how they worked, apparently, or maybe he was just, I don't know how the systems work anymore. You don't know who you really talk to sometimes on the phone, and they may represent a lot of different things, I suppose, or what do you call it?
Yeah. I run into. Yeah, John, I wish it wasn't the case, but I'm sure, yeah, you've been around the block a few times. I run into folks in my industry every single week who, I'm calling the expert, I'm calling the rep, and I end up realizing, why am I talking to this guy? I know more about their product than they do. And so it's a very frustrating thing sometimes, but I can assure you, tankless water heaters have flow control valves. They don't fire on 100% or 0. They fire on in accordance with the flow and the demand. That's why they're so popular. They're very, very smart, very, very good units, and that's why they are very quickly taking over the water heater market, slowly but surely. I would be shocked if in 15, 20 years many people have old traditional tanked water heaters anymore, because the tankless, it's a proven thing. It's been in Europe forever and a day now. Now it's come to the States, and people are getting very turned on by them. They're a very complex unit. A tanked water heater, by comparison, is a very, very simple thing. It's like comparing one of today's cars to, an old Model A. Tanked water heater can be very reliable, but, kind of just as, could I say, stupid piece of equipment. It just doesn't have much going on. The tanked water heater is very smart, doing a lot of calculations, but man, endless hot water in the house. It's a lovely thing. All right, my friend, good luck to you. Thanks for calling in from around Fresno there. And don't worry, just get yourself a good water heater. Bosch is a good brand, even if the rep doesn't know what they're talking about. All right, y'all. When we return, more of your calls. I'm so glad you joined me this morning. There's so much more to come. You're home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, on KFI.
Jingling bells, decking halls, and stimulating talk.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The mass casualty incident. I'm Jane Yamamoto, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. That's how officials in southern Illinois are calling it. Tornadoes destroying parts of Illinois, sweeping through several states in the Midwest. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says the tornado death toll in his state could reach at least 70. 4 tornadoes tore through the state overnight. In Arkansas, at least 2 people were killed when a tornado hit a nursing home, trapping dozens of people inside. A state senator says he will be rolling out legislation in January that will close the Aliso Canyon gas facility in 2023.
State Senator Henry Stern says he's fighting against the big lobby.
The last time I ran this bill, I had to fight just to get a hearing. It's an uncomfortable topic for people up in Sacramento because of the power of the gas lobby.
He says he's confident the legislation will pass if he's able to keep it in the spotlight. The Aliso Canyon gas facility near Porter Ranch was home to the largest natural gas leak in the nation's history in 2015. The legislation would lay out a plan to close the facility, which includes reducing people's reliance on natural gas.
Blake Trolley, KFI News.
Prosecutors used a driver's participation in a high school DUI class to convict a man of murder for running over an off-duty Costa Mesa fire captain.
Steven Scarpa got 15 years to life for hitting Captain Mike Kriza, who was riding his bike in Mission Viejo in 2018.
These aren't statistics. These are real lives that have been absolutely shattered.
Orange County DA Kimberly Ed says just one selfish decision.
To take drugs and kill a complete stranger and take a daddy away from these 3 little girls.
She says Kriza's middle daughter yesterday had a request to the judge at sentencing.
The man who killed her daddy should never be let out of prison because her daddy's never coming home.
In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
And a bear in Monrovia apparently is not a big fan of inflatable yard ornaments.
The wrestling match went down on the front yard between a blow-up reindeer and a small bear. A woman recorded the one-sided brawl on her cell phone in her neighbor's front yard. She says the cub and its mother visit their neighborhood often and that this isn't the first time the bears have caused mischief. The woman tells CBS LA that the bears broke into her house in the past.
Through the window one time because of scratches on the wall. One got up on the bed and bears popped it.
No word on anyone getting hurt except for the giant blow-up reindeer's deflated ego. Andrew Caravella, KFI News.
And now taking a look at traffic.
We have a crash in Pear Blossom Highway, or on Pear Blossom Highway in the Pear Blossom area. Both sides have been shut down here for a fatal crash investigation between Longview Road and 165th. It looks like they're finally making some progress here, reopening at least part of the roadway there. You are still seeing some delays through the area, so be aware of that. Through Fillmore on the eastbound side of the 210, McClay to the 118, only the left lane open for Caltrans work until Monday morning around 5 o'clock and slow approaching that closure. And San Juan Capistrano, all lanes shut down on both sides of Ortega Highway between Fire Station and Vista Road until Monday morning. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Mark Bucky.
And a look at your weather forecast coming up next.
You've been lied to. Lied to by corrupt Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine. Hi, I'm Inc. magazine best-selling author Brett Kitchen, and I want to give you a free copy of my brand new book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street, because we all know another market crash could be right around the corner. After losing 35% in my IRA in the crash years ago, I said enough, and since then I discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and also have my money protected when the next stock market crash hits. When the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Wealth Beyond Wall Street now to get your free copy and talk with a specialist to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits, all while building a tax-advantaged retirement. Call 800-908-1616 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney use to grow wealthy. Plus, get one of just 97 free books left. We even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call 800-908-1616. That's 800-908-1616, 1-800-908-1616.
And now taking a look at Southland weather from KFI. Partly sunny and cool today in Metro LA, highs in the mid-60s. Similar conditions in the beaches, highs in the low 60s. Inland OC will have mostly sunny skies with cool temperatures in the upper 60s. Low 60s in the Inland Empire and valleys will be in the mid-60s. Alhambra right now is at 46 degrees. Newport Beach 44. Rialto is at 41. And Studio City comes in at 42 degrees. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jane Yamamoto.
Well, Alabama, Arkansas, I can love my mom and pop. It's not the way that I do love you. Well, holy moly, me oh my, just the apple of my eye. Could I never love one like you? Man, oh man, you're my best friend, I screaming through the nothingness. There ain't nothing that I need. In hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. Girl, nothing pleases me more than you. Our home, let me come home.
I think the sound of that coffee pouring came through on the microphone quite nicely there. KFI AM 640. Good morning, my friends. We are live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and you are listening to Home. I am Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, custom home builder, custom home designer, here with you live like I am every weekend. Saturdays from 6 to 8, Sundays from 9 to 11. Welcome to the second hour of our fine program. Midday, as we call it around here. It's 7 o'clock, and, hey, midday. Yeah, the day's already been, we've been up since 5 or earlier, I have a special affinity for our Saturday morning listeners because you know what, they are among those people who get up and get things done, even on the weekend. So you just got to respect and appreciate folks who are up at the crack of dawn on any given day. So you have my respect, you have my love, and thanks for listening to the program with us today. We're doing an all-called Saturday. So really what the show is about today is whatever you want it to be about. Your topics, anything regarding your home, design, construction, DIY stuff, whatever it may be, I'm here to help you out. So let us, without further ado, get back to the phones. Oh, I'll give you my number to reach me. 833-2-ASK-DEAN. 833, the number 2, Ask Dean. Mike, welcome home.
Hold on, Dean, 1 second. I'm going to park my tractor in, man. I just got to ask you a question.
Oh, my gosh, Mike's on his tractor.
Yeah, man, we're up early. Hey, I had a similar warning as that first caller had, and I figured out what mine was. That mine was coming from the wife when I got out of bed this morning. You see, I'm her foot warmer.
Oh, see, here we go. That is why you're out on the tractor and you're not still in bed, because you've got that kind of an attitude. She's just kicked you out. She kicked you out.
Yeah, she gets a little tired of that, too. I can appreciate it. Hey, Dean, I got a question for you, man. 10 years ago, I built the garage, put a loft over top of it, and I plumbed it for a future bathroom, because at the time they wouldn't let me put a bathroom in, but now things have changed. You know how they feel about granny flats now and all that. So I'm going to continue with putting my bathroom in, but I've got a beautiful hardwood floor in there, natural wood, high quality floor, and I'm just wondering, in the footprint of the actual bathroom, should I cut that out and take it up?
Because I assume you're going to want to lay ceramic tile in the bathroom, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, we have a master bath that we just finished a few years back, and it's got all hardwood floor in it, and it's just working great. I know your feelings about having hardwood floor near water, but
oh, okay. All right. Let me rephrase the question. I think I was misunderstanding what the direction of your question. Are you asking me from a design perspective or from a structural perspective? Should you have hardwood floor underneath another floor in your bathroom? Or are you just asking me whether, I would put hardwood in a bathroom?
Well, I know your feelings about that. You probably would prefer not to, but I'm thinking from a structural, actual construction standpoint.
Okay, yeah. I'd pull the hardwood from a construction standpoint. In other words, just to be clear, if your plan is to put any other kind of floor in there, don't go over the top of your existing hardwood. Hardwood floor, as and a really good quality hardwood floor, which is essentially a really, really excellent piece of plywood. Yet, nevertheless, hardwood floors, they're moisture sensitive. You trap them in a construction layer, and you're just you're kind of flipping a coin as to whether anything in the future is going to get into that layer and have an adverse effect. And the last thing in the world that you'd want to have happen is for the hardwood to start reacting to moisture down underneath the layer of your other floor and start to buckle or warp or cup or something like that, and as a result start affecting the surface of your new floor. So I'd pull it. Plus I am not a big fan of I actually have no problem running hardwood into a bathroom in certain areas, but what I'm not a big fan of is level transitions, floor level transitions from one room to a next. So let's say the room itself had hardwood in it, and which I assume it does from what you were describing.
I don't want to step up onto your bathroom floor. Ideally, I want to get the bathroom floor as flush to the surface of the hardwood floor as possible without some kind of awkward little, half-inch, three-quarter-inch, whatever, flooring transition between the two.
Right, okay. But what about if, like, just where the shower is going to go? The room is 6 by 8. The bathroom is 6 by 8. Right where the shower is going to go, I was thinking absolutely I would take that up. I wouldn't want to build a shower over top of that, but that would be the way to go then, is to cut that out of there.
Yeah, absolutely, no question about that. And whether you decide to have hardwood just outside on the actual main floor area, totally your call. You sound well versed in this. You understand, if you never have a toilet accident in there, if you never have a leak, and so on, and if the shower is in such a situation where, nobody's constantly dripping just outside the shower, then, hey, go for it. Hardwood in a bathroom is a beautiful thing. But I just tell people, be aware. It's not unlike hardwood running into a kitchen. It's just one of those areas where moisture gets to it, and if moisture gets to it, you're going to, pay the price for that. I love the concept of running it in there. I just don't like, practically speaking, what happens to most people in most situations most of the time.
Where I cut it, should I seal that edge with something? Put a sealer on it?
Definitely. Just definitely fill and seal that edge. You could use a filler. I would probably, wherever you cut it and it's exposed, I'd go ahead and put a couple of coats of polyurethane on the end grain there just to seal it up. And I say a couple of coats because the first coat is going to absorb right in and be gone. Let that dry and give it at least 2 more coats just to seal the end of the wood. Mike, I'm going to let you get back on your tractor, and you have a great morning, my friend. Try not to let your wife kick you out of bed tomorrow. Just work hard today and be a good guy, and good luck on that loft. And you're absolutely right, and good on you for having the foresight that when you built that loft, you went ahead and run some plumbing up there anyway and made it ready, because, what 10 years ago was for a lot of building departments, no, you can't have that. Now, the state of California is so serious about ADUs and granny flats, they're throwing the doors wide open. And so now you can really turn that room into something that you wanted it to be all along. Congratulations, my friend. You have a good Saturday. All right, y'all. There you go. That's the kind of quality programming you're getting here. I love our listeners. When we return, more of your calls. So glad you joined me this morning. You're listening to Home with Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. Jane Yamamoto has been.
Indeed, just within the past few minutes, a Blue Origin rocket launched into space from Texas. Football legend Michael Strand is on the flight with the eldest daughter of the first American in space, Alan Shepard. Blue Origin's rocket is named after her father. Pasadena has ordered restaurants on Colorado Boulevard to take down dining patios that extend into the street by Tuesday so the city can sit up for the Rose Parade. President Joe Biden will award the Medal of Honor next week to 3 U.S. soldiers who fought in the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And when we come back, we'll look at some trouble on the 5.
All right, so you're ready to build your dream kitchen. What's going to be your first move? I think it should be a totally free in-showroom consult at the kitchen store. It means you get 2 things right out of the gate. You're going to get the creativity and the wisdom of an expert kitchen designer, and you need that because design matters most. And you're going to get flooded with inspiration in the largest kitchen design showroom in Southern California, 7,000 square feet worth. The kitchen store is right off the 405 in Culver City. For 50 years, it is still the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of SoCal. State-of-the-art computer design, same as cash financing, no payments, no interest for a full year, pricing that beats the big box centers. So set up your free consult today by dialing 310-KITCHEN. That's 310-KITCHEN, and check out the kitchen store on the web at 310kitchen.com.
And from the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. We're taking you out to a crash on the 5.
Point Park, it's on the 5 South transition to the 91 East. Crash with overturned car there, causing really heavy delays right on the transition road itself. Watch for some minor slowing along the main line as well, approaching the interchange downtown LA. A crash on the 10 West transition to the 110 South. That has you backed up on the main line of the 10, starting around Los Angeles Street, and in Stillmar, eastbound side of the 210 freeway, McClay to the 118. It's Caltrans work that has only the left lane open until Monday morning around 5 o'clock. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Take the shortcut to your next great hire. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, Instant Match immediately delivers a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Hey parents, here's some good news for America's future. Kids ages 5 to 11 are now eligible for a COVID vaccine. That means all those future CEOs and artists, world-class chefs and sports stars, the engineers and the innovators are eligible for a vaccine that can help protect their future. And it's specifically formulated just for them. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right, it is no secret as a home designer and a builder when my clients need